So let's jump in and check out this scorecard, right? So to get the scorecards, we can go to call history. And what's great is you can actually filter by your team or by your rep. You can do the range you're looking for. So maybe last week or this week. So you're actually able to filter by the call scorecards themselves. So you can actually do the scores. Again, these are 0 to 5, 5 being excellent. So you can really narrow down on maybe where reps need to improve, or maybe you can create a call library playlist of all the great calls that reps are doing today. We're going to add that filter, and then we're going to find a quick call to analyze. Awesome. So let's take a look at this conversation. This rep overall score here was 2.9 out of 5 again. It's already labeled that this could be better. So let's see what's going on here. The great thing about the scorecards is it's going to give an overall score with a summary of what went well and the improvement area, as well as the call structure, right? So everything from opener to closing. Did the rep do a good job? Did they ask questions to be able to figure out the discovery more? Did they handle objections well? And then lastly, this last section is going to be call handling. So this is like their tone, right? This is like the how behind the call. Did they have a good tone and clarity? Did they use best practices, again, based off of our internal playbooks? And then what was the talk time, right? What was the cadence? Did they let the prospect speak more? Did they speak more? All that good stuff. So on the overall here, we're seeing what happened in the call. It sounds like that this call was with a tough prospect, a resistant prospect. We've all been there before. But it sounds great. The rep was super professional, positive throughout the entire conversation. They did a clear introduction, great product explanation, it sounds like. Overall, this was a solid effort. But let's look at kind of where they need to improve. It looks like that the value prop needed to be more concise. So we can listen to the audio. They probably went on for too long kind of explaining the product. That's usually kind of what happens here. And it looks like they didn't use open-ended questions a lot. And that's really tough because you're not able to discover more about the challenges that a prospect is facing, right? You're getting a lot of yes and no answers. In call structure here, it looks like they had some room to improve on discovery with the 2. So let's go into here. What's great about these sections is that you're also going to get a timestamp of exactly when a rep said something and if a prospect said something. So at 23 seconds, we can see that the rep, that's when they gave their explanation on the product. And in terms of the improvement area, again, it sounds like in this section in the discovery, this is where they did not ask those open-ended questions. So it wasn't really engaging for the prospect, it sounds like. It sounds like the prospect was already kind of tuned out. Let's go to close here. So they got a 1 on the close. That's rough. Let's see what happened. So what went well? Looks like around 50 seconds, the rep tried to keep the conversation going, right? But again, the AI is picking up on this. The prospect was already resistant. It sounded like the prospect just wanted to be done with the call. So maybe the rep could have just said, hey, I'll follow up with more information. It sounds like you're busy, and really just kind of had a better impression overall. Now, on the call handling, these are all great scores here. 4 out of 5 on tone and clarity. The rep was confident and professional. Let's look at best practices. So it looks like the rep wasn't getting the fact that the prospect clearly wasn't interested. It sounds like they could respect their time a little bit more, leave the door open, send that more info, and just be on to the next conversation. So with all these insights just from this one scorecard, we're going to be able to spin up a customized AI roleplay or just go into some of our pre-built simulations that we were in already. This makes it so easy in the AI coaching suite to not only know where you need to get better, but practice in getting better.